Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 2. We're going to be doing something silly. I am going to go for my first ever dash only run in Hades 2. Hades 1 made it a lot easier with Aspect of Gilgamesh, but we still have room for funsies, so let's go for it.
Silver pool.
I've decided that I am going to try and rank up the Aspect of Mel here just for the extra speed on our dash.
Becoming stronger.
I know I'm going to forego my rule that I set earlier on in the run, but I'm okay with that for this particular little gimmick run that I'm aiming for. We don't even have enough resources to fully level it up, but the goal is to take Hestia's dash. I figure let's start with Hestia because she is the bestia after all, and get a sense of how doable this is. This is going to be our heat. We're going to take 8 heat or 8 fear altogether, and we're going to do an overworld run, which is probably the worst way to go about this, considering it's way harder than an underworld run. But here we go. Let's see if Hestia does bless us with her dash boon at the start in the first place.
Still remember how it felt when we showed Kronos what we younger generation were made of. Now you're the younger generation, dearie, dealing with the same old problems and worse. Some things never do change.
All right, Hestia, do we see a good dash boon? I mean, we see a dash boon. I could roll and see if we get a higher tier. I guess I'll try.
Let's see what else.
That'll do. There we go. All right, so we are doing 20 damage every 0.25 seconds. Now, at this point, we just kind of run around and let everyone burn to death in our dash trail. I don't think I've used Hestia's dash once on this run. Back in early access, her dash was kind of nuts and busted just because it deleted projectiles and completely ruined Eris as a boss as a whole, just because Eris could not do anything to you. All of her projectiles just got eaten by your dash. It was really funny, which for a lot of people was good because Eris was really hard initially when you first encountered her. But all right, I think this is gonna work. I think I can see this working. Let's think out loud what we need for this build to really come online. I mean, it's basically as many palm levels on the dash as possible. Pointy doesn't matter here at all.
Your headmistress revealed more to me about your current charge, ensuring that our time flows freely forward from here on. I understand this newer task may have no end in sight, so bid you pace yourself accordingly.
Does she even give us anything that we can use? Total Eclipse. I guess I'll take Total Eclipse because at the very least it will give us... It's a godsend for Hestia, so it'll be fun. It is funny that the godsend for this is drop the moon and just burn the entire world. Very on brand for Hestia. All right, so gods I want to see on this run. I want to see Aphrodite. I want to see Ares. Hermes would be decent. More... Oh, wow. I said I wanted to see Aphrodite, and my goodness, did we get to see Aphrodite. Medea for support isn't bad. I really would have liked to see some HP here, which I'm not getting. That does make it a little scarier because things hit like trucks around these parts. I think... Let's lock... I could do Poseidon Apollo duo since that works with the dash. I definitely could go that route. I think my plan will be let's lock in Aphrodite and then hunt for Poseidon and Apollo. I think that makes sense. So for now, we'll take as many Aphrodite rooms as we can get. Hammers are useless. We'll take the Medea chamber first because it's easy and there's no real penalty to doing so. Oh, good. For a second, I wasn't sure if the dash would work on this or not, but it does. Hi, Medea.
What are these pylons doing everywhere, Lady Medea? They control the barrier before the docks, that much is clear. Perhaps the Titan's legions use them to coordinate attacks.
They are the product of a very sick mind, imprisoning so many shades in the tiniest enclosures wherein all their psyche may be drained. Can you imagine, sorceress?
I have a suspicion she's the one who's doing this.
That's terrible. I hadn't realized the pylons worked that way. Though who keeps fixing them? You even have one here.
Mel, you may want to think a little harder.
This thing won't seem to go away. Keeps rematerializing practically each night. Though I get so caught up with all my cauldron work, I seldom pay it any heed.
I don't know. Maybe she is just an innocent bystander, but I have suspicions. All right, after a foe joins the encounter, randomly takes 1 to 999 damage. That could be pretty solid. Armor reduction, though, sounds really appealing. I don't know. I mean, it's either damage or... I feel like this is going to be too weighted. It's going to be weighted too low to be good. So I'll take the armor reduction, I think. Definitely don't need the magic. I asked Kiana Kataski for a good run. Thank you. All right. I figured we take Toula for the little bit of damage that she offers. Not that she's really going to really add up to much, but may as well try. The biggest challenge to this that I'm going to have to learn to kind of pace myself around is just the fact that while I'm sprinting, I have to let go of the sprint button to dash, and I need to be mindful of the fact that that is going to If I'm not paying attention, I might be prone to running into taking damage. So,
Hold still in their shades.
but basically the way Hestia's dash works is you want to just do little circles around your enemy, and it stacks all her flame pools. Each flame pool does 20 damage or does 100 damage a second. So it actually adds up to a surprisingly large amount of damage. Then what we want to do is we want to get things like Shameless Attitude or, oh gosh, what is the Apollo boon that makes you have more damage if you don't get hit? I'm blanking on it, but basically that's really good. Basically, the reason why we want Aphrodite is she has such phenomenal supporting boons. Spiritual Affirmation to make us tankier, Shameless Attitude to make us deal more damage. If we get Glamour Gain, we're going to be near enemies all the time, so we can actually use that to our advantage and get her, deal more damage to weak afflicted foes. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, things hurt. Things hurt. Wait, oh gosh, that might have caused a death defiance if I hadn't been careful there. Yeah. So I do have to be careful because I don't have iframes in the sprint. It would be cool if Apollo's dash was able to stack with other boons. I understand why it doesn't. That would just be broken. But there's no real way to do Apollo's dash, an Apollo dash only run, unfortunately, considering he doesn't do damage.
Brother, I am hearing he's all right. And back to battling out of that hell he calls home, or at least partially, until the underworld's restored. I hope you get to see him again soon.
Me too. All right, let's see. Glamour Gain. Okay, so there's Glamour Gain. All of these are great. I don't know which one I take first, frankly. I guess the damage reduction... Honestly, we need the damage increase. The faster things die, the less we're going to be taking damage. I'll take Shameless Attitude to start. Actually, no, I'm going to take Glamour Gain, final answer. The reason for that is it's low tier, and I don't need it to be anything other than it exists. The other two, I would really like to see a higher tier boon, so I'm going to start with that. I think the dash only run is going to become easier as I get better at the game, because I don't know the enemy patterns nearly as much as I know the Hades 1 enemy patterns.
It'll be all right.
A little early for a Hermes shop. Don't think I can likely afford anything here, but it's still worth perusing, seeing what we can get. Might just buy HP if it's offered, frankly.
It's good here.
Armor, not bad. Path of Stars, mystery. Ooh, we can actually afford the mystery boon. Okay, I'm gonna take that. Oh shoot, that might lock in a god I don't want. I didn't think about that. Oh well. Hopefully we're lucky. And good news is I'm now realizing that Hestia's dash does in fact destroy pots. If you didn't notice, I did turn Vow of Time off because I want to make sure I have enough time to play safe, but also accomplish what we set out to do here. I'll probably reroll that max magic. Let me see. I'm at 4 remaining. The two Aphrodite, the 1 Hestia. Ooh, actually, I should probably lock in that Hermes. Hermes has some good dash-related boons. That's probably the route I'm going to go. So let's go take an Aphrodite room first. We'll take these 2 Aphrodite rooms, and then we'll go from there. Oh, hey, Heracles.
Good evening.
I don't think I'm out DPSing you today.
Sister, remember not a word about before or else. We can have ourselves another happy massacre and then be on our way.
I love a good happy
And then
massacre.
perhaps we'll meet again on my way to the summit, if the conditions are just right. Wouldn't that be nice?
No, it wouldn't be nice. We're not doing that this run. Definitely not.
Sure it would. We understand each other then. Now to the bloodletting at hand.
I sincerely hope
Some coins.
that at some point in my playthrough of this game as a whole, I actually manage to accomplish a Vow of Rivals for both Overworld and Underworld run where I have dash only as my condition for victory. I honestly think I could probably do it with enough practice. I don't know if I want to do it because that sounds like it's going to be painful and very challenging, which in its own right is a lot of fun, mind you. Like I very much love my dash only runs in Hades 1. It's just, it's dicey. It seems so dicey right now. Oh, did I crit or did he crit there? I'm unsure. We still managed to get 100 coin. That's not bad.
A blessing for a price.
None of these do I want, so I guess I re-roll here. Spiritual, ooh, excellent. An epic tier spiritual affirmation is exactly what we want to see here.
There's no more work here to be done, but it never ends. No hard feelings, by the way, about before.
Oh, none at all. I always wondered what it would feel like to get struck full on by the force of your club, and now I don't.
I'm glad for you, Mel. It's always nice to learn things that you wonder about.
Nor do I like leaving any room for doubt. And if you need a reminder about my club, you know where to locate me.
Apparently Dionysus's hot springs or party room soon, if the trailer that they launched, that Supergiant specifically launched not too long ago, is to be believed. I have some concerns and many amusements about the situation. Why is the like it was definitely a choice to have the trailer start with Mel being naked for some reason. I don't know if I'm a fan of that decision, but I mean, you know what they say, sex sells, and I don't know. I don't look at Mel as a sex icon. I think she's a cool person with a lot of interesting interpersonal relationships. But that's why I buy the Hades games, not the thirst that everyone else has for the characters. Not to deny that I haven't announced my own thirst in a number of situations for this game's characters, mostly because I really like their aesthetic. I don't know if I'm outright attracted to them per se. I just think they're really cool to look at, and I like to make jokes about the shirtless Moros and my man crush on him for whatever reason. Mostly because it's just so funny for me and Kiwi, because we know that's not usually where my humor lies. So it's very, I don't know if I say out of character. It catches us off guard whenever we hear it, and it's purely for comedic effect, and that's all it needs to be, you know. Fight for me, my shades.
Ghastly thing.
You know, I have one minor worry about the situation of this build, and that is, will I be able to hit Typhon with the flame sprint? Because I don't know for certain that this will touch him. I suspect it will, but it's going to be really lame if we get to the end of the run and I can't actually damage the final boss. Hopefully that is not the case, but one can't help but have small anxieties about a weird situation that is not necessarily dev intended to happen in the first place. Hello, sir. You're alive still. Can't have that. Our DPS isn't amazing. Hopefully we get some good buffs soon enough. All right, Afro, give us something good. There we go, perfect. So this is why I took Glamour Gain. I am near an enemy, it becomes weak. Sweet Surrender, weak afflicted foes take 20% more damage. We got an epic tier, we high rolled on this, excellent. So we've gotten all the major boons from Aphrodite that I really care about. One last boon that would be really amazing for us is, I don't remember its name, but Shameless Attitude, and then also in particular would be, actually hold on, let me check something real quick. Where is it? All right, Hestia, do you actually have any other boons that I want? I think this, her dash does not count as scorch damage, so we don't need anything about that. Flash Fry would be decent for just some extra damage when enemies die, so that's worth it. Hot Pot doesn't work because we're not scorching enemies. Snuffed Candle would be good, so yeah, getting that for damage up. More so, fire away your oh, it's your cast, darn. All right, I didn't realize it was your cast. I knew she had a legendary that was pretty strong, but it's not gonna work for us. So I think really there are still some boons that we want from her, so I'll go for it. Snuff Candle being the objective best, assuming it works for us the way I hope it does. We are too fast for this guy. I just have to make sure I don't get hit by a melee attack from him. Use our shades to our advantage now that his armor's open. I didn't even see the bird somehow. I have a feeling Prometheus is going to be particularly difficult, and Typhon is just going to melt our HP pool. Like, this is not going to be an easy run. This would be much easier in the underworld. All right, Smoldering, Flash Fry, Glowing Coal. All right, no Snuff Candle, but Flash Fry will be nice for those trash mob rooms that we want to melt through quickly. Not going to complain. Every little bit of damage that we can apply in this run is good damage for us. And we'll take Hermes as our last room. So for Hermes, we're looking for potentially success rate if there's a boon that I could see scaling with that. I don't really foresee one necessarily, so in lieu of that, Nitro Sprint objectively would be amazing, and then whatever his you can dash more often, or Stutter Step I think it's called, those would probably be our best options, just because they are dash-centric boons. Setting ourselves up for his legendary is not a bad option either. As much as I hate his legendary, it's not wrong to want some better defenses on a run like this. As it is, we have 4 Death Defiances between Toula and base Death Defiance.
Your mother too. I'm really glad they're safe and sound together, Em. You've got to make up for lost time with them, and you'll be able to from here on out.
Thanks, Hermes. All right, what have you got for us? Nimble Limbs. Nope. Stutter Step, Winter Circle. All right, we'll take Stutter Step. You can dash more frequently, 30% speed.
Here we go.
Well, that's the timing on it, just learning it. Okay. I do have to be careful. Like, I want to just hold Sprint because that's how our damage gets out, but this will let me play a little more defensively if I need to. But like, ooh, Flash Fry just cleared that room instantly. That was nice. Max Magic is kind of useless unless we get the Hef boon, which I believe we're certainly not going to be hunting for a Hef. But there is a Hephaestus boon that increases our max HP based on our max Magic? Wouldn't be the worst option. Do I take the mystery boon here? I think let's hit the palm slice first and see if... Okay, good. It hit our dash. So how much damage did that give us? That gave us 5 extra damage per... Or, yeah, now we're doing 100 damage a second instead of 80. All right, so 20 damage more a second. Do I risk the mystery boon? I think I have to. I need boons. Ugh, Demeter.
I care very little for surprises, Flower. And perhaps in that we are alike. Yet there exists a rare variety that's welcome. Like a brisk breeze on an autumn eve.
This is not the surprise that I think you're talking about, Demeter. This is not a good surprise for me. All right, is there actually anything that she offers that I would want? Steady growth, I mean, is probably the only boon. Let's see. Can't use any of that. Tranquil Grain is terrible for this build. Plentiful Forage I could at least heal from. Snow Queen is not bad since we're not needing max magic. But basically that's it. Frosty Veneer would give us damage reduction, so if I get Water Element, that wouldn't be bad. It's just I'm not really building around Water Element. This is going to be hard to pull off because I can't freeze enemies. What else can we risk potentially getting? Not really amazing. Aphrodite, Hearty Appetite. You deal more damage with your weapon the more HP you have. That sounds like a funny boon, but we're not dealing damage with our weapon. We're dealing damage with our dash. This doesn't apply to... We're not applying a Scorch, so that doesn't work. Yeah, so Demeter is effectively useless here, unfortunately. Oh well. Steady growth is probably the only thing I could care to get from her, and it will work in our favor, I suppose. So that begs the question, who's going to be our final god, then? I guess I could force the 5-god run.
Nobody took your eye before, as well as your sheep. How did you lose them, then?
I think they stabbed him with a giant pillar, if I recall.
Nobody played a dirty trick on me as Al. Bunch of sailors thought they could get away with my sheep, so I ate a couple of them. The sailors, that is. But nobody got me when I wasn't looking. Then he got away.
He had him drink the lotus wine.
And you've sought vengeance on this nobody ever since.
No, not me personally. Someday somebody's gonna get nobody for what he did. So I am gonna get you right here and now.
We better warn nobody about that somebody. All right. So I think the optimal strategy is we just do little circles and then bail out whenever we see him start winding up an attack. And that does seem to do decent-ish damage, I guess. It's mostly I just have to be ready to dodge, which may be easier said than done. I still haven't figured out what that whole animation is. Like, does he grab you and do damage, or does he, like, bail out of something? Does this actually... It does, okay. I wasn't sure if it triggered that or not, but I was curious. Oh, hey, exploding sheep. Not a fan of you. All right. This is going pretty cleanly, all things considered. All right, stack up some fire on him. I'm gonna go take out his friends. I think they're gonna get in the way if I'm not careful. We actually do pretty good damage. I don't think we got Shameless Attitude yet, if I recall. But we're looking pretty good if we get some HP up. And I did take Persistence, the Prometheus Arcana card, just for the max HP that it gives. Or the Centaur. I got the Centaur as well. So I got a base 50 HP, I want to say. And then the Centaur giving us another X amount of HP every couple encounters. So between those two things, we're relatively tanky. Hopefully this doesn't give you motion sickness, Kiwi. I am kind of just doing lots of small circles in place, which is wiggling the camera a teensy bit. Yeah, the other reason why I took Toula is since her damage is triggered by dashing, I figured she would help us DPS a little bit, even if her numbers are pretty small. Flash Fry, on the other hand, just melting all his little summon friends. That's pretty good. And the other nice thing about Glamour Gain is just that it does reduce the damage of the thing I'm taking because it's applying weak. So all in all, this build has potential that will be completely derailed by the base damage of the higher level floors, I'm sure. It's gonna be funny to do this to Prometheus out of all the bosses, I imagine.
The realm grows stronger.
The Will of Night is done, so at bare minimum, we achieved our testament, I suppose. He's gonna have a nice warm dream. Look at him on fire. So cozy, so warm. All right, let's see.
Such a mess.
With Steady Growth active, it's not going to hit many boons, unfortunately, just because it's every 6 encounters, which is not going to be that many over the course of the run. It will hopefully hit some good boons. I would love it if it hit Spiritual Affirmation, or of course our dash is most important, arguably. Knowing our luck, it's going to hit Glamour Gain, though. Anyway, so who are we going to take as our final god? I humor the thought of Poseidon for his quote-unquote vengeance boon. Areas for mutual destruction could give us some crit chance on our dash, which isn't a bad thing per se. Apollo without Poseidon doesn't do much. Although, again, we do have his damage up potential. Hephaestus as a secondary defensive god wouldn't be a bad option either. I'm feeling Poseidon, because C-Star for HP gain is probably a good option for us. Yeah, let's go that route and see how it helps us. And then we need to use our fountain. I mean, we're heading to the second floor with full HP, which isn't bad. Another mystery boon, we'll take that. I'm not using my hex, so I'm not going to bother getting the Path of Stars. Otherwise, normally I would buy that. All right, on to floor 2. I wonder what Eris is going to think about it if we don't punch her.
For Nyx.
So far, so good. I feel like there is a world where I do this, where I succeed at this. I don't look forward to the other god boons. Like, some are going to work.
Skirts of the city lies a makeshift dock, from which a vessel may cut through the channel across the land toward the mountain of the gods.
Like,
Looks like I'll need a ride.
Zeus will definitely work for this. No questions about that. Aphrodite should work. She's got decent base damage on her dash. Poseidon's probably going to be one of the better options, frankly. He has a lot of good base damage. Yeah, I think Hestia seems to be doing pretty darn well, all things considered. Poseidon will definitely be up there because not only does Poseidon have a good base damage on his dash, he also has the duo with Apollo, which does a lot of damage, honestly. Like, you don't really build around it normally, but I could absolutely see it carrying a run if it was a dash-only run. And then, conversely, Apollo is just not a good option because he has no dash damage. He only has your enemies when they're become dazed and can miss. So we definitely don't want to build around Apollo dash necessarily. I'm using Toula actually to stagger the enemies so I don't have to worry about them hitting us.
Now that you've given Kronos something to really think about, you're headed back our way. First an underworld victory, and next perhaps one here.
Absolutely. All right, let's see what do you got. Wave Strike, Ocean Swell. Okay, Ocean Swell is exactly what, no, it's not what I want. Ice Surface, what I wanted. Hit surrounding foes with a Power Splash as they start to strike. I guess I'll rarefy it. I will want to see I would love to see his Infusion boon for max HP, Water Fitness. Is there anything else that he can give that would be good for our build? Beach Ball is basically it. I very genuinely may honestly go and get a 5th god this run in the form of Apollo just so that I can try and get Beach Ball. Yeah, it doesn't look like I really have anything else that benefits us, so we'll take High Surf. It's a low tier, we'll bump it up one. And Mystery Boon? Enough Candle? Control Burn? No. Okay. Nothing here that I particularly want. I don't want to reroll, so I'm going to take Controlled Burn here. I don't necessarily want to lock in attack and special and cast just yet because I want to save those for duo potential with Poseidon.
Angus.
And I can only, oh gosh, I forgot we light the oil on fire with our fire boons, which makes the ship levels a little bit scarier. Thankfully, one would worry that the dash boon would potentially not work against flying enemies. That does not appear to be the case. I'm used to games where, like, if you have AoE ground attacks like this, it doesn't work, I guess. All right, we'll take, why does this have a Forget-Me-Not associated with it? Must just be something for the mirror, or for the Arcana, I would assume. Oh well, I don't want to play around with it. All these Drakens are a little bit scary here. Oh gosh, yeah, they do so much damage. Oof. I need to be extra careful around them because their melee attacks do like 30 damage right now. Oof. That's a little scary. And it comes out so quick. Fortunately, they're kind of zoning me with these patches of lit oil. This one's giving me a convenient little chance to attack it. I get Ocean Swell mixed up with the other boon, but Whatever it is, maybe it is Ocean Swell. It's working in our favor. It's definitely adding a little extra damage. We'll take the coin here again. Seleni's kind of useless to us. Hopefully Hermes can offer us a little bit of HP. Why are we unable to see? I guess that's... Oh gosh, whoa. Okay, that was a lot of damage. We're probably gonna lose a Death Defiance here, which is not ideal. I definitely foresee the higher floors being very scary. Well, on the bright side, there is no bright side here. I guess, actually no, there is a bright side. We can, in theory, buy Death Defiances. You know what would be actually busted, now that I think about it? The Hera Aphrodite duo could work really well. The one that's when you kill the first enemy you kill gets summoned back as a friend to fight for you. That could work really well in our favor. I'm gonna buy both the HP and the Centaur Heart, and frankly the armor I feel like I should buy, but I'm probably gonna hold out for a boon instead. There's no guarantee we'll be able to make all that money in time, but I want to hold out just in case. We still have 2 Death Defiances. The fact that we've lost one here is a little bit dicey to me. Oh my goodness, there are so many things on this field. All right, do little circles around you and then bail out. I think the biggest issue with this is not the build doesn't work so much as my experience level is. I got caught on a wall there. That was unfortunate. Yeah, it is my ability to dodge these enemies when I really should be able to. Like, there is enough wind up that I just need to be a little bit less greedy for dealing damage. Hammer or second Hermes. Oh, good. We're going to get 3 Hermes boons, which does potentially set us up for his duo pretty reliably. We'll take Hermes here, or not duo, his legendary, rather. Like I said, Pay Dues is not an amazing boon by any metric. I definitely am not a big fan of it, but it works for this build, and it might honestly be kind of necessary. Just for that extra bit of survivability that we could very desperately benefit from. I mean, I have the option of playing Super... Oh, hey, Icarus. Not really a fan of Icarus here. He extends the duration of these rooms, which makes it a little bit scarier. I would like to have as short a room as possible because that means it's sooner that I can... It means I can go to the next location and have Wayward Son heal me sooner. But... arguably, I can just play safe, or not. Okay, we are about to lose our second Death Defiance, which is not good. That said, if we manage to lose all of them by time we hit... What's it called? If we manage to lose all of them by time we hit Olympus, arguably I could make it work. Because what I do is go for Athena. I take Athena's keepsake and hope that she can refund all our Death Defiances, which she absolutely can.
My authority.
Let's see. Racing Thoughts, Mean Streak. None of these are good. Let me see what we can get here. I love the flute and Icarus's themes. It's so fluttery and it fits his character very well. Nitro Boost is objectively the best option here. Hasty Retreat also very valuable. I would really like to see that. Quick Buck, Travel Deal, Success Rate are all okay. Tall Order could work, but it's hard to pull off. I think... Oh, did they nerf it? They made it only 4. It used to be 8. I think I roll here because none of these are things I want. But he has a lot of things to gain from. Unfortunately, we don't get what we really want. Quick Buck isn't bad, it's just not great.
There really is more to be done then, eh? The war with Kronos truly ended. It sure doesn't look that way from all these ships. Harpies don't seem any friendlier either.
No, they're definitely not friendlier.
Must be zealots still believing that the Titan of Time shall rise again. But we're seeing to it that the threat of Kronos and Typhon can never recur. Just have to retrace my steps to Olympus as part of that process.
So then, alright. Because if what you're saying is I get to keep on flying, and I get to keep on seeing you up here, that doesn't sound so bad to me.
Sounds like Icarus might have a little crush on us, or at least a blossoming friendship that he wants to develop.
Oh, right. We thought the war ending would mean you'd have to put away your wings. But my father's underworld renovations seem like they'll be going on a long, long time.
I mean, any excuse for Icarus to fly a little bit more, it definitely seems like that's something he wants to do. Good for him. Good for him. Follow your dream.
To head back to my designated spot eventually. But for now, I'd like to make the most of this.
All right, what can you offer us, bud? Cast useless, gain armor. Whenever you clear 7 encounters, receive a delivery of palm levels and HP. Could go in our favor. That 100 armor is not going to last for long, but it would be useful. It honestly might get us through Eris, frankly. I think I'll take Supply Chain.
Good choice.
Gives us a little bit of survivability, definitely gives us potential for more damage. I think it's reasonable to go that route. Take the ash. I'm pretty sure that I don't actually need ash for a recipe right now. It just unlocks more things with the Arcana. Oh gosh, that is a lot of scary things. I can't tell which was better, or which was the better option. The armor reduction, I think it's probably going to be armor reduction once we encounter mini bosses, but before we encounter mini bosses, maybe it feels a little bit weaker. Flash Fry is absolutely putting in work, as is Ocean Swell, or whatever the Poseidon Boon god is, whose name I just cannot for the life of me keep straight.
In the name of Hades.
All right, Demeter, Snow Queen, there we go. All right, I now block 1 instance of damage each room. That'll help keep us alive, and that's basically the end of Demeter's relevance. I guess Plentiful Forage isn't the worst thing in the world for us. Oh my goodness, they took pity on us and gave us a Fountain Chamber. Outstanding, phenomenal, very lucky for us. No Hermes shop, though. I guess we've gotten so many of them. They said, that's enough, Jeff, calm down.
Victory.
We do have a 3rd Hermes boon on its way, though, which will be hopefully providing us with one of those more core Hermes boons that we're aiming for. But we're in a much better spot going into Eris than I thought we were going to be. Let's see. Demeter. Definitely take the HP. Is there really... no one is giving me max HP, and that's a bit of a problem for us. Is there... Genuinely, is there anything other than Plentiful Forage at this point that Demeter can offer us that I would want? I don't think so. Frosty Veneer. I could definitely argue Frosty Veneer. That would be good. Damage reduction... Even if it's only 10 damage less, that's a lot of damage. That's a pretty substantial amount of damage in the grand scheme of things, especially when we put it in the perspective of it is 10% of our HP at current place. I think honestly I do buy her boon then, just so that we have a chance at getting it or stacking up enough to get the infusion with Poseidon later on. Oh, hey, we got Frosty Veneer. Brilliant. Okay. So that should be active, I believe, right? Do we have enough on the infusion, or do we need one more? Let's see. We need 6. Okay. So we need Poseidon to show up and give us water fitness for at the bare minimum. Like, that'll solve a lot of our max HP issues. Oh, that was the mid shop? Brilliant. Okay. My hope is that with this only being the mid shop, then I should in theory be able to get at least one more god boon if I'm lucky. I do think I depend on Ocean Swell damage a little bit here. Just not only because it's doing work for us, but also it keeps me alive. I still need to play a little bit safer than I have been. I get the feeling that I probably would have preferred Poseidon for my first run. I did notice that we popped Snow Queen there. I think projectile-based enemies are going to be the scariest, or actually maybe it's just quick melee hits. I foresee a huge problem with Prometheus come that fight. All right, there's our next Hermes boon. Come on, Hermes. Mean Streak, Travel Deal, Nitro Boost. Okay, brilliant. Travel Deal. Travel Deal is tempting here, but I'm going to go Nitro Boost. We sprint 15% faster, which alone is really good, but also we block 2 hits per encounter. That's just a whole lot of survivability all at once for us. Look how fast we are. A shame we couldn't get the last level of... What's it called? A shame we couldn't get the last level of the aspect of Mel on the coat. Would have been really funny to just have maximum speed. That actually begs the question, how could we get any faster than we currently are? The Silver Circlet, or whatever Hermes Keepsake is, I think only affects cast, attack, and special. I don't think it affects dash speed, so that wouldn't do anything for us. You know, I am realizing we do have the Lovers active for this run, so I'm basically going to be able to block 6 hits of damage every boss fight, which in the grand scheme of things is going to matter a ton, but maybe not enough in the grand scheme of keeping me alive with my propensity for failure. Let's see. We unfortunately do not get any Flash Fry. Okay, we'll put it on Flash Fry. It's 15 more damage on Flash Fry, which really is not that impressive. Unluckily, our Vivid Sea levels up at the last second, unless Poseidon shows up here, which it looks like he actually is. Okay, Poseidon. Still no max HP, but water fitness, perhaps? Tidal Ring, Buried Treasure, Ocean Swell. I don't have any rerolls left, so we'll put this on Buried Treasure, I guess. 75% more of everything is not bad. Just really need to find some max HP. I am hurting for max HP real bad here.
My lord, is this your ship? It is remarkable. Although I fear with all the hostile vessels everywhere that it may come to harm. Or even you.
Don't worry about it, Mel. I got this. Gesundheit, Kiwi.
Smooth sailing all the same.
All right, what have you got to say, Homer?
As the black flagship sails closer to the shore, the Princess of the Dead knows well that whatsoever strife she has experienced thus far this night is about to get worse.
You know what's a wild thought that I just had is the fact that if we had one level of Vow of Time, I'd still be making great time.
I waited eagerly.
9 minutes as a time limit is a very generous offering for lower heat, lower fear runs.
Damn it, I kept waiting for the stupid rail to switch over to that other form again, but it won't budge. Same old piece of junk. Doesn't even reload half the time.
That's because you forget to press the left button.
Keep speaking ill of it that way, and it may do your bidding less and less. I'm surprised you have an aspect to your name at all.
Well, life's just full of surprises, Trouble. I like this aspect better anyway. Let's see if it still does my bidding.
I foresee this boss fight to be kind of troublesome, but let's find out. I think the scariest thing is just if she starts doing her rapid fire shotgun spray, I will probably take a bunch of hits all at once, and if I'm not guarded by one of my many shields, that could in theory do a lot of damage. So far so good though, we haven't actually taken damage. Okay, there's our first hit. We've done over 1,000 damage with our dash in that little instance. Okay, just focus on dodging. Where are you?
Ooh, that's hot.
Okay, well, oh, I'm too fast for her to keep up with. That's pretty funny. So I'm absolutely messing with her AI here. Oh, ooh, look at that damage. Okay. Got hit by all of that, but thankfully it seems to have only counted as one hit. It looks like if I dash in place into a wall, it doesn't necessarily stack my dash boon. Good to know. But we are too fast, so if I just keep repositioning around her, she seems very prone to missing. I think we've used up... We've got one more... Oh, okay. This is the move that I was afraid of, but as it turns out, it's not actually that scary. We are out of shields now. I do have to be careful. I have to be a little bit careful and use my dashes a little bit more mindfully. Oh, goodness. Her hugging the wall like this is actually really bad for us because I cannot position behind her, and the trick to dealing with errors is positioning behind her. All right, we're at about halfway there. Where are you aiming, Eris? Where are you aiming? I almost dashed in front of her and got hit by that anyway. We should activate Toula so she does some damage too. Oh gosh, whoop. Where are you? You gonna summon friends? No, she's just gonna launch bombs. This is fine. A well-timed dash through all that scary stuff. Oh gosh. I thought she was just gonna keep spinning in a circle, but she turned around. All right, there we go. Next phase. Still sitting very pretty in overall. Whoop. I'm just gonna stay away from her damage on this until her buff wears off. It's probably better to just play a little safe. Well-timed dodge there by my standard. Get behind here for safety. Try not to light the oil on fire. I can run through the fire for a brief moment and not take damage. I think this is so incredibly doable. Hestia's dash is way better than I ever thought it was. Like I thought its damage always sounded terrible until you put it on paper and say 0.25 a second, or does it damage every 0.25 seconds, and that damage isn't terrible. The damage is surprisingly not terrible. I guess we are gonna have to humor that high heat run at some point. 32 heat for sure. Hestia is probably gonna be the one that I go with, or Poseidon. I think Poseidon's super fair to go with. But there we go. Almost. Wait, hold on. Whoop. I'm too fast for her to even hit us. Look at us go. Look at us go. Oh my goodness.
Get the last laugh, babe.
I got the last laugh. Nice try, Eris. Oh, let's not stand in the fire. No queen renewed. What is this? This is my Demeter boon, I assume? Can I, there we go. Supply chain, okay. I didn't recognize the symbol. I don't see where the indicator for the lovers is. I presume I did take that. I'm pretty sure I did. I took it so that I could have a row filled in to get the Zeus Arcana card for the increased rarity on boons. All right, there's Hermes. We can't afford a boon outright, but we are still at full HP, only down 1 Death Defiance. This is going impressively well. Oh, so the real question is, do I lock in Apollo here? Pardon me, do I lock in Apollo here? Also, I should probably consider what keepsake am I going to take into the final fight. I could try stacking Silk and Sash. That would give me a lot of, well, it would probably block like 1 hit, let's be honest. Typhon hits for 70, which is always cool. I think I'm definitely gonna take Knucklebones into Typhon, I believe. So, yeah, you move. Oh, Metallic Droplet does make us move faster, 20%. Probably bumping up to, I would assume, 30% at max level. Big Leaf isn't bad, but isn't super appealing. A Chaos Gate wouldn't be a bad choice because Chaos could give us HP, which is something we desperately need on this run. I'm thinking. We don't actually have a Poseidon Core boon. I think it's probably better if I just lock in. No, I really don't know. Because even if I get Apollo in the pool without a Poseidon Core boon, we're not getting his duo. Let me confirm, is there even a chance? Light Smite wouldn't be bad, that would up our survivability. Perfect Image is our damage up. I honestly may still lock in Apollo because he gives us some survivability. And self-healing. Self-healing would be really good for us because we only need one more fire boon to make it work. I'm talking myself into this, I think, Kiwi. Beach Ball. Let's see. Okay, so we need one of their rush boons to even get the Beach Ball, so it's probably not worth it. Okay, then we'll take Fig Leaf, I guess. This will just reduce the amount of encounters we have to fight, and that'll give us a little bit more. A shame that it's only one at this level, but maybe we can get it closer to leveling up soon. Centaur Heart or Mystery Boon? There's only so much we can gain from a Mystery Boon at this point, but it's more fun. It's more fun to just say I got it. If it ends up being Poseidon and he gives us Water Fitness, it'll be really worth it. So I'll try for that. This is where things I anticipated things are about to get much, much harder. We'll see. Yeah, like we are doing so much less damage relative to their overall HP bars. There are still trash mobs that have very low HP, but we're at the point in the game where they assume you have a lot more DPS than I currently do. That said, we move so fast, and we have so many ways of blocking damage, that I don't have to play as safe as I would otherwise. Nitro Sprint and Snow Queen just blocking 3 hits every floor, or every encounter.
Here you go.
Alright, there's some max HP finally. 31 HP, there's another max HP pool. Or Centaur Heart, I guess is what I wanted to say there.
It's over.
I would like to take that coin so I could afford a god boon from the shop, but I think Centaur Hearts at this point are objectively the most valuable thing we could possibly get.
Lady Hestia.
How appropriate that Hestia would show up here. And on the bright side, with all of our fire, the trash mobs like this are just gonna pop and blow up the whole room with themselves. Ooh, you know, I'm realizing the final floor is gonna be so scary. There are some enemies that do damage just by contact. Like these things over here are gonna be so scary. I'm gonna have to play very safe against them to not just get absolutely demolished by their hits. They do so much damage. All right, High Surf, Flash Fry. Okay, no palms on the dash. A shame we haven't gotten more on the dash. Sticking with the HP trend, we're finally tanking up, which is really great for us considering how hard things are going to be hitting us. We're at 181 HP, and after this we'll be well over 200, which is great, which is really great. Still sitting on 2 Death Defiances. Honestly, I would love for Poseidon to show up here because he has some silly boon shenanigans we could pull with him. I definitely appreciate the soundtrack of this game going more the orchestral route rather than the kind of like electronic or not electronic, synthetic mixed with metal, I guess. I don't know, they both have very distinct identities, and it's interesting how they do overall, they mix surprisingly well. Darren Korb is maybe his name? I was looking at because I was perusing the Supergiant Games homepage recently in regards to their announcements over the Hades 2 update coming in April. I saw his name recently. Oh, hey, Fig Leaf, cool.
Olympus, I accept this message.
All right, Afro. Broken Resolve, your weak effects are more potent. Well, that doesn't give us damage, but it does give us survivability, and that's not a bad option. And most importantly, that just popped Frosty Veneer. So we are taking even less damage. There's Poseidon. Mini-boss Poseidon versus more HP without mini-boss. Let's see, what does Poseidon... Oh, you know what, it's Water Fitness. I think I gotta risk it. Water Fitness is one of our win cons. Or maybe not our win con, but... Here's an instance where I'm very... Oh, I can't run through the nest. I didn't know that. Here's one of those instances where I do believe that having taken that 50% armor reduction will pay off. Toula, wake up, please. I think I need your damage. all 25 of it, you know? Actually, how much does Toula does? 99. Okay, she actually does a fair bit. Not an incredible amount, but certainly enough to say she's helping. The mini bosses on this floor are so unbelievably tanky with their armor in particular. This is why I did not take the shade perk or whatever it is, the thing that makes them have an extra mini boss that you have to fight basically. It's going to be a slow and steady sort of fight for this one, but once we break its armor, it's going to be dying much faster. And if it holds still... Oh, okay, there's our first hit. Honestly, I might take the hits if it means... Oh, never mind, we have run out of shields. I don't want to take more hits than I already have then. Toula, where are you? Toula! Toula, fight! I choose you! Toula, use Scratch! Good girl. Toula, use Quick Attack. Toula can stagger it out of its attack. She attacks faster than it does. Well, she was attacking faster. It looks like she gets 3 hits in before it resets. So I can use that to my advantage, because if I know its attack speed, I just wait for Toula to take her nap, and then we go activate her again, peck him up. Or peck it up. There we go. Oh, hello. Yeah, and now I can just safely spin underneath it. Okay, I found the Toula strat. I found the kitty cat strat. Excellent. Oh, wait, I did block a damage. Maybe that was Nitro Sprint. Oh, gosh. That must have been Nitro Sprint that blocked that. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all.
For such monstrosities.
Poseidon, I am very disappointed in you. We really need your infusion boon, bud. All right, we will take D-Star because it's the only thing that benefits the run. Hopefully we're offered another Poseidon boon. I would have loved to take rerolls on this run, but there was not a reliable way. Like, there were so many boons that if I chose to take, I would not benefit, or so many Arcana cards that if I chose to take, I would not directly benefit from, that I normally run. Like the Furies and such. And I wanted to make sure that I had Wayward Sun and Persistence and the Centaur active, because those are a lot of that's a lot of HP, either max HP or HP regen, that I had to depend on for this run. And I'm pretty happy with the Arcana I came up with for this run. Oh, I see you, I see you. Don't think I don't see you. We're gonna take care of you next. Honestly, we have, oh, you know what, that's what it's called. It's called High Surf. I keep calling it Ocean Swell, but it's called High Surf, I believe. Unless it's not, in which case, never mind. I am so bad at names, Kiwi. Both people names and apparently boom names. I called it Glamourgain got leveled up by the Demeter boon. Of course it did, because of course it had to. All right. We'll take the coin. Again, Selene just not doing it for us on this run. There's our first hit there. You know, I'm thinking about it, but Gale would be a decent option too. I think the way Gale, so if I recall, Gale, the way that little polecat works is or I think Gale is male. I might be mistaken. The way Gale works, oh gosh, you have big AoE. I didn't realize how big that AoE was. Where's Toula? Toula, I need your damage. Toula, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Oh, there she is. She was off screen. I had a feeling she was off screen. Okay. I don't actually know how to deal with these guys. Their AoE is so big. I think we have to play super safe here, which is really lame, but it is what it is. All right, we broke the armor on 2 of them, which is good. That means Toula can start staggering them. Fortunately, if they aren't full stagger, there's not much I can do. Let's try and break the armor here. I think that got it. Okay, we got all armors are down, which helps a lot. Bail out. Find the kitty, send the kitty in. Wreak havoc and destroy kitty. Apex Predator. Oof, just barely dodged that. Yeah, I would have enjoyed having Hermes dodge chance boons active. A shame that the Hestia, what is it, Hot Pot boon only works if enemies are Scorch Afflicted. Oh god, another one spawned. I hope that thing didn't spawn a Revenant and I missed it, because that was going to feel really lame if that's the case. I have to play so safe here, my gosh. Okay, there goes the armor. I need to play super close. Oh gosh, wow, they melted me there. Yeah, I need to play super safe. This room is pretty scary. Sheesh. Toula, where are you? Heck him up. Toula does not need to play safe. Kitties don't care. She's got more than enough lives. I used to have more than enough lives. Now I have... Oh gosh, they keep spawning in. There are so many of these. Like, the big HP enemies are going to be the scariest thing. All right, let's go get Toula active. Where are you, Toula? Toula, please. Toula, stop hiding out of view. And I think the issue with these guys is I don't know their patterns well, and they apparently attack twice, and I'm falling for it. All right, ooh, that thing being a projectile launcher is a little scary. Probably try to think. Oh, I think I activated her. Okay, there's Toula. Oh, geez. Like I said, because I don't know their patterns, I'm a little bit more at risk of running into them. Oh, wooey. The sounds of a fearful Jeff. Like, oh man, I have to play this room so safe, so lame so lame to play the game but win. Okay, play lame, win game. Oh, there's a Revenant. Okay, good. Forgive me, I actually, I don't know if I need to focus so hard as how I'm playing it off as, but I caught in a corner, unfortunately. In the words of Skilla and the Sirens, caught between a rock and a hard place, right? Oh yeah, you know what? In the last episode, we had a new song, which was really exciting. I didn't know they could do that. I run faster than the Revenant tracks to me. That's really funny, actually. All right, we have a lot of coin. And Sea Star. Come on, please. I need healing. Give me a Dionysus room or something, bud. I don't know who Bud is. Okay. Smaller versions of the enemies we just fought are definitely a lot more manageable. I think. I don't actually know for sure. Toula, pack him up. You know what? There's a Hermes shop. Okay, so this game is being very generous with the Hermes shops this run, I have to say. Like, I have gotten so many of them. Except not in the Fountain Chamber, which I didn't know was an option. I assumed out of all of the options, the Fountain Chamber is the most consistent for offering it in the first place. Because I've never seen a Fountain Chamber where you didn't get one, I think. Alright, having these projectile guys is a big problem for us. Because I can't see them and see where they're aiming. Okay, this blocks projectiles. Good. Oh, shoot. Oh gosh, yeah, this is a bad room. Need to get rid of these guys ASAP. Just the vision loss in particular was ruining us there a little bit too much. Bad room, really bad room for us. Ugh, 2 bad rooms in a row. I mean, that's the nature of these challenge runs. Sometimes you just get bad RNG. Grandmother. All right, completely worthless Demeter boon. Unfortunate for us. Nothing to be gained from her at this point. And she doesn't offer any duos of particular value, so if only we had a pool of purging, I could at least humor the thought of being able to sell that. I think we take the Centaur Heart, we take the armor. There's a part of me that wants to buy this now because we could really use the HP, but I'm gonna risk it. We'll go for the Aphrodite room. Hopefully we get her healing boon. That would be really helpful. Wispy Wiles would also be amazing because that will keep us dodging. I can at least depend on these fountains because, these statues. Oh gosh, more projectile enemies. Oh my goodness. These might be the worst possible enemies that I can face here. I'm gonna depend on these statues a little bit to help here. All right. Oh wow, Demeter's scales actually do a ton of damage here, but we are out of that. And I don't think I have, wait, the tables block projectiles for some reason. That's convenient. Well, I'm not gonna lick a gift horse in the mouth because that would be disgusting. I also am not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth because that's the actual phrase. Toula, where are you? Toula, kitty. There you are. So it looks like she hangs out where the room starts. Right. Depending on damage from ocean swell or I've already forgot high surf, whatever it's called. Okay, that one should be dead. Any Revenant? No. Okay, good. We do so little damage. But I do appreciate that I can just run around and like be brainless. You know what's gonna be really rough is if we get a very low tier Hephaestus boon early on in a dash only challenge and just have to deal with that. A 10-second cooldown for 200 damage is gonna be so painful, my gosh. We'll do it eventually, but we're not gonna do it until we have to. Rapturing Shameless Attitude. Okay, there's some damage up. That's good for us. That's really good for us.
This must be love.
I serve Shameless Attitude. Okay, got some damage. Got some universal damage. Okay, there's our end shop. Please give us HP. Okay, well, it's not max HP, but it is healing, and we definitely need that right now.
No escape.
Poseidon, please. All right, it's Hestia. Not the best, but Snuff Candle, 21%. We'll take. Well, oh, that was actually possibly the best outside of Water Fitness. Okay, thank you, Hestia. Do I even humor the Selene boon? There's no real value in it, is there?
Golly, is that
Golly!
you?
Oh my golly, it's you!
What are you doing all the way up here?
I love the little squeaky sound Golly makes. It's so cute. Be friends,
Good
Toula.
luck with your mission.
All right, Kiwi. Here we go.
It says, "Hey, M, take what you need for gold." Honor system.
Here we go. Hestia dash only run versus Prometheus. This is a long episode, my goodness.
Titan. Do you recall a mortal woman by the name of Dora? Her shade responded strangely when I mentioned you, but can't seem to remember what you did.
Did it have anything to do with a frying pan? Frying pan with Dora. Pandora.
Let's leave it be, Agent of Change. That old shade's latent memories have more to do with gods and their deceptions than with anything I did.
Elaborate. Tell me what happened to her. You keep blaming everything on the gods, as though all this is solely their responsibility.
Oh, on the contrary. I take responsibility for mortal kind. But for all their failings, vices, and downfalls, I am not to blame. Nor is this Dora. You tell her I said that.
Dora. Dora. Dora, 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 the Explorer. Dora! Okay. So we're just gonna light the god of foresight who gave fire to mankind on fire. This is how this is supposed to be. Turns out he likes to hold still for certain attacks pretty long, and he does set up zoning tools that make it much harder to be near him. But he actually telegraphs his attacks so clearly, it's surprisingly forgiving. Oh shoot, I just wasted a bunch of my defenses. Oh, if he's gonna just chase us like this, sure, why not? I think we have used up all of our defensive tools, unfortunately. I've got to be mindful of that. That's the one downside to enemy. Oh goodness, yeah, he hurts. We've almost got him through that phase though. Actually, no, we haven't. We're not as close as I hoped. I think the issue with him is he sets up a lot of AoEs, which wasn't what I expected to be the problem here, but every time he does this, I get a lot of free damage on him. And if he chases me, I get some free damage there too. Oh shoot. That's the move that I always fall for, because I think he's coming out with a big fast kick, and it's not. So I'm taking a lot of damage. I will acknowledge that, but we aren't SOL just yet. Where's Toula? Kitty, is the kitty cooking? There we go. No kitty in the oven just yet. Oh, here's the dash. Okay, there we go. 2, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. All right. First phase done. Back to lighting him on fire. This is the pattern we want for this run. It just works to our advantage very well. I can absolutely just kite him. I think it's mostly the zoning tool of his that just makes it so I can't DPS him very well, but Toula can. Go get him, kitty. All right, he's gonna use his big AoE. Nope, he's not. Okay. Go back to circling and bail out. Circling. Oh, there's a kick. You know, all this weak affliction causing damage reduction is working very much in our favor. Here comes a bird. Oh, perfect. So this is some good free damage. Gonna bail out so I dodge these missiles though. All right. His friends do one attack and then despawn, so let's let him get out of here, I think. Okay, this one doesn't seem to have gotten the memo that he's supposed to despawn. Go ahead and get out of here, bud. Setting up so much of his zoning tools. I do appreciate that he's just chasing us. This is literally so Kiwi. You know full well that my favorite character to play in League of Legends is Singed. I'm effectively a Singed one trick when it comes to playing ranked, but when it comes to playing everything else, I mostly play ARAM. So I play a lot of champions. I tend to favor tanks and casters, or tanky mages. But Singed is by far my favorite character, and this has the vibes of rule number 1 of League of Legends: don't chase Singed. Prometheus, don't chase Mel with Hestia dash. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I like it when the pattern is easy to remember. I'm kind of surprised, but honestly, the bosses might be the easier part of this build. Like, they're slow. Everything about this is painfully slow, but not necessarily difficult. All right, we got a lot of things blocking me from where I want to go. All right, they're out. Yeah, I mean, the biggest challenge of this fight is less the damage and more just how zony he is. But like, look at us. Oops. See, I just like, that is the move that if he uses, I'm going to take damage. Like, I'm getting a little careless. I want to conserve my Death Defiance if I can. I really do, because I think the next floor I'm going to be burning Death Defiance. I'm going to be eating death. Like, I'm going to just have Thanatos in my mouth. Nope. Never mind. Not the right phrase. But I'm gonna be face first into death zone. Bad times. Scary. Bad. I am very at risk of losing a Death Defiance here, unfortunately. I can make it happen, but I have to play super lame. Just keep my distance. Circles. Stay in circles. Oh, gosh, a bird. I didn't have a warning about a bird. No one told me about a bird. Frick. There goes our Death Defiance. All right, we still got 2 Death Defiances left. In theory, Hermes' shop can sell us one, and we've got a whole lot of a whole lot of coin to potentially buy that. If we get it offered, we obviously take it at first pass over anything else that we could be offered, probably.
Krytos and I have done what needed to be done. Now you go do the same.
You've just made things harder, Prometheus. Thanks a ton. You did your job, woohoo.
Shall heal again.
But will your heart heal? That's the real question.
Saw that coming.
All right, well, at the very least, we have made it to the peak of Olympus with a dash-only build. Sandpappy? Oh, no Sandpappy. We have a lot of HP, or sorry, we have a lot of coin, which means we should be able to get some good stuff. We objectively take Knucklebones here. I think it's the best option for sure here. 10% more damage reduction on top of 15% less HP that Typhon has. He a tanky boy. There's a Death Defiance right there. Mystery Boon, sure. Hopefully Poseidon to bring it to us. Path of Stars, useless. We'll skip it. I can't reroll the shop. Yeah, I would love to have some rerolls, honestly. But, okay. Oh, there you are, Sandpappy. Thank you. Alright, here we go.
Typhon Storm.
Alright. Will we win the gimmick run? That is the question that we must ask ourselves. I genuinely believe I can do this, but I have to play well. And I've demonstrated a number of times that Typhon's patterns, I am not terribly great at dodging, perhaps. This is one of the rooms I was dreading. Flash Fry will make it a lot easier, as will apparently High Surf, or whatever it's called, because those things all popped as soon as they tried to attack. But I was worried about them because they do contact damage, and that's where I am thinking I'm going to die here a lot, is to contact damage. Yep, see, exactly. That was probably avoidable. Can I do this? I don't have 12 feet. I don't want to risk it right now. The mini bosses on this floor are going to ruin me, I know. I do not want to be on that little island with those enemies right now. Ooh, look, can you get them from here? No, but High Surf can, and that's probably all that matters. I suspect there's going to be another wave, so I should be a little careful about this thing. Nope, that's it. Okay, small chamber. Broken Resolve rarefied. I don't even remember what Broken Resolve was. We go for Aphrodite here. She can offer us dodge chance in her infusion boon, so we want it. Oh, this is going to be a rough fight, I think. I think it's going to be a very rough fight. Although it chases us. Actually, if it chases us, maybe I can cheese this something fierce. I think it's mostly just dodging with proper timing. I cannot tell when I've used up my defensive tools or not. I think we just have to focus on playing safe. The fewer tools I waste now, the more I'll have later on, and that includes our max HP, or our overall HP. I should have taken a hit there, I think. I have so many things in the bottom bar, I can't tell what is in fact a shield versus something else. Oh gosh, well, I guess we know our shields are down now. I still have Nitro Sprint from the looks of it, but that's it. Oh gosh, I got caught on the wall there. I think we just kite him out. But like, here's the problem, even with Glamour Gain active, these things do so much damage. I think out of the remaining bosses that we can fight, I would much prefer seeing Eye of Typhon over Tail of Typhon. I foresee Tail of Typhon being particularly difficult to manage. Or maybe it won't be, I'm not sure, but I don't want to humor the thought of thinking anything other than about the game right now. Oof, we got a womboed there. Yeah, this is why I was worried about our Death Defiance count here. We still have our Nitro Sprint though, which is unfortunate. Haven't even got this guy to half HP, which is a bit rough. It's a shame we never got that Aphrodite boon that makes us heal if we're above a threshold. We could have really benefited from that. I'm a little sad that we don't get to use Hestia's Godsend boon yet. It's so funny to me. Just the idea that you drop a moon on your enemies and then afterwards Hestia's like, yeah, that's not enough. It's a flaming meteor of death. We're at the halfway point, which is good. Yeah, Okay, there goes Nitro Boost. We've officially lost all of our shields for this room. I'm learning his patterns. I'm slowly learning his patterns. That doesn't mean I'm going to avoid them, but it does mean I have a fighting chance. Or I thought I had the timing on that right, I guess. I was. There's the usual Jeff confidence to karma, as we all know and love it. Come on and chase me, and then I dash through you. I outspeed most of anything he can throw at us. It's mostly just a matter of time. Well, we're officially at the point where that 9 minutes bow of time would have been eating at us, so I guess it is for the best that I didn't take it. We've got 1 minute left on the clock if we were depending on that. 1/4 to go. We are at half health. Not great. Really would love to see a water fitness from Poseidon. I'm going to be very sad if he doesn't show up. We need that survivability, especially when you consider the fact that Typhon could literally two-shot us right now if it weren't for Weak giving us damage reduction. Like, with the Weak, I don't actually know what the numbers will be, but Typhon can hit for 75 very easily. It's terrifying. I think we got him. 3, 2, 1, and pop goes the Blight. Okay. Monster vanquished. We're getting there, Kiwi. We're getting there. It's an uphill battle like no tomorrow, but we're getting there. All right, max life. We love it. I'll take the mystery boon first, I think. Good looking. Smoldering, glowing coal, none of these do anything for us. I guess at this point it really doesn't matter what I take. Let's lock in core boons so that we don't get offered from Aphrodite.
Now.
Burning Desire, Hearty Appetite. Ugh, darn it. Neither of these do anything for us. A shame. I guess I'll take Hearty Appetite because at least the prophecy fulfilled. I really wish I could have taken some more rerolls, but I just did not have the resources to do so, unfortunately. All right. I do think Poseidon paid off pretty... Oh gosh, that's a lot of things. Oh, and there's this. Oh my goodness, so many projectiles. I'm starting to consider this potentially a lost run if Poseidon doesn't show up to give us water fitness, and even if he does, I don't know if that's going to be enough, frankly. The damage reduction on strength card will carry us some amount. I will acknowledge that. Hopefully, the things we need right now, we need water fitness from Poseidon. We need, what is it called? We need a Death Defiance from Hermes' shop for sure. That will be a really big boon for us as well. Really, you can't attack these guys because, yeah, you weren't programmed to do gap closers, unfortunately, that have gaps. You can close over gaps from if there's no, like, impassable terrain in your way, but I wonder how the coding on this game works as far as impassable terrain is concerned. It's definitely a little bit weird how you can dash through what is likely considered by the game impassable terrain. Like, you can dash through pillars and stuff. I don't think it's a problem. I'm just curious if the game registers walls and things of that nature differently. Darn it, our last boon of our mini boss is useless in either capacity. I guess we'll take Selene so we can just say we got the Godsent boon even if it doesn't do anything for us. Of course, we got Tail of Typhon. That is very unlucky. I don't actually know if it is or not. We're gonna find out. I just know this thing has some patterns that are not good for us and prevent us from being nearby. This is not one of them, I think. Its hitbox is also very confusing. I guess I have to aim for where the hearts are. All right, Toula, we're definitely gonna be depending on your damage a bit here. I mean, if he's just gonna chase us, that's fine. But yeah, like these patterns, they basically, the Tail of Typhon has so many patterns that just mean I can't DPS it, even if it's holding still. It's gonna chase us. It has a lot of chasing patterns, I will say though, so maybe that's to our benefit. But like this pattern where it starts, no, not this one actually. This gives us actually a surprising amount of free hits, I think. But the pattern where it just starts spinning in place, that's a problem. And I can't really circle about it while it's chomping at us, that's for sure. This is the circle pattern. Or no, it's not. It really likes this pattern for some reason. All right, there we go, free damage. Okay, maybe this was easier than I expected. I should not say that until, this is the drill pattern. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we take damage if we touch that, so I can't touch it there, but All right, it's gonna chase after us. I'm just gonna run through all these eggs and pop them. Whoa, whoa, my gosh. Ooh, that was a reflex check if ever there was one. Wow, that was spooky. I am a little miffed that I have to so heavily depend on Toula's damage for this, but I am glad I brought her. She is helping a lot for this build. All right, we're just over a quarter of the way there. Gonna get chased by the angry Clippy. Gonna spin in place. Yep, okay. Yeah, like I said, it really seems to enjoy this pattern for some reason. But I do too, because it gives us a ton of free damage as long as I don't get hit by it. All right, there's another like 800 damage. Toula, if you will. We're playing smart, we're playing safe, we're slowly whittling it down. We're about a third of the way there. We can do this. Honestly, this is becoming a little brainless. So I guess I'll follow up on something I was talking about in the last episode where Kiwi and I made a vegetable baked ziti, not lasagna, baked ziti. But it was instead of using a tomato sauce, we used vodka sauce, and my goodness, that sauce came out so good. We already have a phenomenal vodka sauce. Oddly enough, having learned how to make the korma sauce, it feels reminiscent. Like there's no alcoholic component. I got hit by something there. I'm not sure what. I've seen that thing and I've wanted to pick it up this whole time, so I'm going to do it now. I choose to take the risk of damage for the sake of picking the item up. Halfway there. Okay. Gonna go find Toula and have her do some damage while we're dodging scary things. Anyway, so yeah, our vodka sauce, we did a mixture. It's a vegetable vodka sauce for context. So we take a mixture, we saute onion and garlic, of course, mix it with tomato paste, and then once that's ready, we lower the heat, add in the vodka, let that boil off. I'm usually in charge of deciding when the vodka has boiled off because I'm very sensitive to the smell of alcohol, so I can recognize it pretty easily until it's boiled off. Then we add in the milk, but before we added in the milk, we actually added in a bunch of stir-fried vegetables that I had prepared beforehand, which was a mixture of onion, roasted red pepper, mushroom, zucchini, yellow squash, and eggplant. And my goodness, I condensed that sauce so thick, like that sauce was so well condensed by the end of it. It tasted so good. The vegetables alone, frankly, and then on top of that, we had it mixed in with a homemade vodka sauce, and it just tasted great. It's funny, like Kiwi and I, neither of us drink in any major capacity. All of our alcohol consumption is largely for either wound management or more likely cooking. And we have a giant bottle of vodka in the house that we use to make homemade vanilla extract from beans we bought off of Amazon, and then on top of that, we use it for vodka sauce, and that's basically the only two uses our alcohol ever sees. We got a bottle of tequila for stir fries as well, but oh man, Kiwi, I love cooking with you. We have made so many amazing dishes that I never would have thought I could make. It's so satisfying to see the things that we've come up with over time and found that work for both of us, both in terms of what we enjoy and what we can proudly... This guy was committed to going over there. My goodness, I don't want to be in the blast zone for that, so we'll bail out. Activate Toula. I think we got him. He's going for the clippers. We're going for... I didn't even lose my shields. Okay, I thought the Tail of Typhon was going to be hard. Tail of Typhon was way easier than the eye would have been. I'm glad. I could use an easy W for this, frankly. I think we have one more trash mob room, and then we're on to the final boss. My thumb is getting tired from all the drawing circles for damage, though. My goodness, my thumb is getting tired. Oh, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Death Defiance. Bellini.
Behold the stars.
Behold. All right, is there anything that I can do here that benefits us? Not really. I mean, would I get the pass if I used my Hex in a situation where Typhon is undamageable? Probably wouldn't give it to myself, so it doesn't really matter. I just want to say that I got the Godsent, even if I'm not using it. That's fine. There we go. All right, we'll take the armor. Hits. Oh, good. We got a level on. Ooh, okay. It finally paid off. We got 2 levels on the dash. That makes us do 30 damage. Okay. That's underwhelming. That's so underwhelming. But hey, it's another 20 damage a second from where we were before it mattered. And okay, we're up to Typhon. We have 3 Death Defiances. We have.
Hey, good. You're keeping time. I'll get out of your way.
Are you sure I'm keeping time there, Hermes? I would not call this keeping time. We did not get another Death Defiance, unfortunately. I have to be very particular about what I buy here. Mystery Boon in case of Poseidon.
I have something for you.
This could be good. Wispy Wiles, please. Healthy Rebound. Oh, Wispy Wiles. Okay. I don't think we benefit from healthy rebound at this point. We're not at 60%. Yeah, so I wouldn't benefit from this. So Wispy Wiles gives us dodge chance. That's a 10% dodge chance. That matters. That matters a lot. I think another Hermes boon, a 4th Hermes boon could be incredible here. But if I take that, I can't afford the Centaur Heart now. No, is it better? I think it's probably better to take this instead of the 25 HP. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Hermes because there are some things that could really benefit us from him. Tall Order. Oh, Tall Order. Okay. Ooh, these are like all the best possible options I could have asked for, frankly. Tall Order would make us deal 25% more damage, which is great. Dodge. Dodge chance 0.75% for every boon I have. I have a lot of boons somehow. Success rate, kind of too little too late now. I can't have it hit C-star, and that's about the only thing it would benefit. So that's out, but that will work for other dash only runs. I think between damage and survivability, I probably take survivability. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go dash.
Off I go.
Let's see. What's our dash chance at? 12% plus 17.25%. So what is that? That's 19, and then we have basically a 30% dodge chance. That's pretty substantial. I guess if I had gone Apollo, I could have gotten his duo with Hestia potentially, and that would have been pretty good. I mean, there was definitely a situation where Apollo was the objective best choice. I don't know if this was the situation or not. Just checking for gold pots. If I can buy that armor, I would love to buy that armor. All right, Kiwi, we are full HP, 3 Death Defiances, and 6 shields between the Lovers, Nitro Sprint, and Demeter's Snow Queen. I think we can do this. Here we go. Let's find out. All right. The strategy is avoid the scary chin move, or realize that my damage doesn't work. That we do have to establish that I can hit his chin, hit him at all with this. Okay, he is taking damage there. How did he? Oh, I was like, why did he take 9,750 damage there? But it was Knucklebones. Knucklebones was doing things. Okay, so I think I just go back and forth here, bait out the chin slam, and then dodge. I am so mobile with this build that I can evade his attacks pretty quickly. Okay, we got him through first phase already thanks to Knucklebones. Knucklebones pretty crazy. I do not believe that I'm going to be able to pop these eggs before they hatch. So this is going to be the objective scary part of the run, is the fact that these things are not going to die by time Typhon reactivates. So I need to get as much damage on them now as I can and avoid damage too. Okay, he's going to go blow on his... Oh gosh, there's so many things. Oh, I'm going to have a problem here, Kiwi. Oh, Flash Fry, Flash Fry. Flash Fry just melted them because they summoned little minions. Oh my goodness. Okay, Flash Fry was such a huge pull, and getting the levels on it too mattered so much in the long run. Wild. I never expected that in a million years, that that would be one of our win cons. Okay, that was huge. We still have armor. We only took 15 damage so far. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, so Knucklebones does 15% of his HP. So he's got a lot of HP. We're gonna be here for a while, Kiwi. I hope you're ready. Bail out for the chin slam. Okay, I've got his timing down. We just wiggle at him. We wiggle, 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 wiggle. What you're gonna do with that big Mel butt out? Oh, there goes my armor. I got cocky with a really bad song. Oops. No offense if you like that song. I mostly know it for the meme content and don't know anything else about the song. And actually, you know what? That's probably all it needs to be. I've seen cats wiggle their tushies to that song, and I enjoyed it. So it was worth it. It was worth the experience. That song has brought a good bit of joy to my life, even if I don't know it well enough to comment on if it's good. We're halfway there, Kiwi. It's me, the king of all cosmos, or the king of Olympus, I guess, whatever. All right, and I am lighting him on fire here, I think. Look at our damage. I'm tickling him, Kiwi. I'm roasting his tongue. Some roast Titan tongue for dinner tonight. This is working. Oh my gosh, the bosses were the easiest part of the run. What the heck? Like, we never even popped strength card. I don't think I could have done this strength card alone. I'm very glad I took my safety net of Death Defiances, but I think we've got this. Toula, you gotta help. Toula, keep it up. We've got this, Kiwi. Oh, whoop, hello. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I'm gonna wiggle so hard at him, oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm generating friction. I'm wiggling at him so hard that I've generated a giant amount of friction. You know, the funny thing is that projectile is not designed for you to be near his face, so it misses pretty easily without even trying to dodge it. Yeah, like I can just stand here and keep DPSing whenever he uses that. And rather than dash away, I can just run away. Okay. You know what? We have dodge chance. Dodge chance is making a lot of this miss. And because of how much stacking we have on weak damage reduction, like we must have dodged so much damage there. I'm gonna see if I can kill this before it does anything. I don't think I can. I'm trying so hard. My DPS is so piddly. We didn't get any palm levels, I swear. Oh, it's one of these guys. Great. Well, rematch of the century, I suppose. Vengeance! Vengeance for the Macedonian! Reference to our good boy Theseus. Okay. It seems like if I wiggle hard enough, we do kind of tickle damage, but we do damage. Okay, there we go. I am dodging left and right so many hits here. Alright, we are on his final phase, actually, which is wild to think, and that 30% dodge chance is kind of nuts. Honestly, I'm gonna get cocky for a Death Defiance and just wiggle at him for faster DPS, because I think I'm not gonna be punished for this. We're at 2.3k up. The hit there broke us out of it. I think we've got him. We have Kiwi. Our first ever dash-only run of Hades 2 is a monumental success, and I am so glad it was with Hestia the Bestia to prove our point. I'm taking, like I said, there is no way I run out of HP before this is over, but my goodness, he has a lot of HP in this phase. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Toula, do it. Toula, pick him up with your big kitty claws. Man, we are taking so much damage now. I can't wait to see the damage numbers. Dodge chance isn't really doing much for us. Come on, you've got to be almost dead. Okay, I'm gonna play serious now. I'm gonna actually focus on dodging, but we had our fun. Now, Typhon, it's your turn to die. Typhon, please cooperate. You can't possibly have that much HP left. Oh gosh, he hurts. All right, I'm gonna bail out here. I'm gonna play a little bit safer, just for the sake of not throwing the run this far into it, you know? Please. How much HP do you have, man? I mean, if I calculated, if I did the, like, proportions calculations of figuring out what... Oh, there it is. Toula got the kill. Toula got the kill. Our tiny little kitty killed the Titan, the father of all monsters, after we just roasted his ass. What a run. Oh, man. Oh, that was so slow, but what a fun run. I think. I don't even know, man. Aspect of Mel. All right, what do we honor? Aspect of Mel for sure. Knucklebones. Oh my goodness, they made this boss tanky. Toula has to be in here. 99 damage. Oh, I get it, because 9 lives. That's very cute, game devs. Heat Rush. Stutter Step. I don't even know. Honestly, Wispy Wiles, Hasty Retreat. There we go. Wild. Just wild. Our first ever dash only run. Honestly, I foresee Zeus or Poseidon probably being easier than this. But I wanted to go with Hestia because I never play with her dash, and I needed to prove to myself that it was good. And as always, as I've maintained a number of times, Hestia is Bestia.
Already princess of the underworld, gained the very heights of Mount Olympus to confront an unspeakable horror that awaits. It is no secret to which horror I refer. No secret now to its enormity, its boundless anger, or its many, many eyes.
It was I,
Aku.
Aku. Oh,
truly be destroyed, unless the princess can come up with something at a future time.
Return to Shadow now.
Okay, now I can say it. It was I, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, who unleashed an unspeakable evil.
Not a bad night, I guess.
But a foolish samurai warrior. So I have a headcanon dream of animating that with my cat somehow.
Shall we go again, Phrenos? Perhaps we're dealing with infinite possibilities.
We got our cats into costumes for Halloween this year, and I desperately look for a good samurai costume. Honestly, a white bathrobe is probably the best route to take. One day, Kiwi.
Soon.
One day.
Perhaps tonight.
Probably when I finally splurge and purchase the studio version of DaVinci Resolve and use that for its masking software.
Dora, I hope you don't mind, but I asked Prometheus himself about this old connection that you feel. He's cagey with his words, but does seem to remember you in turn.
Oh. Kind of weird of you to do that, especially since it sounds like he's trying to kill your family up there, but thanks. What do you say?
Said you're a good 10 Kremlin and you should stay with Mel forever.
Well, he said he's not to blame for mortal kind's failings and such, and that neither are you, and asked I tell you so on his behalf. Before attacking me, per usual, of course.
Whew, that's a relief. All this time, I figured if there's any two individuals responsible for all the badness mortals have to deal with, it's Prometheus and me. We're talking stomach aches, heartaches, taxation, lying, cheating. You name it.
Lorenz Hellman Gloucester.
It's utter nonsense, but do you have any idea what he could have meant?
Honestly, it was a noble assertion. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Lorenz meant a lot to someone, I'm sure. Probably himself. Maybe Marianne in the right time frame.
You're the one who's talking to him on the regular, maybe you could ask. Now that we're curious.
We are certainly curious.
We'll figure this out.
I am very curious to see where their plotline goes. I do not know for the life of me where this is going, and I'm only vaguely familiar with the concept of Pandora's box. Just that you open the box and bad things happen. That's about it.
Truly come to pass.
Mistress of beauty, the daughter of the god of the dead shall earn a variety of boons from Aphrodite.
The goddess of love has further plans for you.
Oh, I know. We haven't even started bath time, Moros. Trust me, we have a lot of plans coming.
I'd ask what my sister Eris is doing here, but then they say wheresoever goes doom, strife follows. Or the other way around, whether I like it or not. Has she been here long?
Are you saying that it's your fault Eris is here? Because I think it's my fault.
She comes and goes from time to time, typically after some bloody battle between the forces of Kronos and Olympus. We first met a while back. Briefly trained together, though Headmistress soon gave up on her, as patient as she is.
The Fates gave up on her as well. Ordered that we never interact, that I not clean her messes anymore. Although sometimes she'll goad a conversation out of me. I trust she hasn't made your lives too difficult?
Not too difficult, just adequately difficult.
We've managed.
Again?
You've seen firsthand the suffering out there, from all the endless warring between Kronos and the gods, but you're entirely unmoved.
You know, I never thought about it until now, but I wonder, when Eris is missing from the underworld, I wonder if it's because I haven't done an overworld run in a while and she's back up there.
Who says I'm unmoved? On the contrary, it makes me all emotional. I'm trying to live in the moment and everything, but I just know I'm going to look back on this and think, these were the best of times.
Ah, fan of Shakespeare, are you?
For you, not for anybody else.
Yes, and?
That is very much the diva that Eris is. All right, let's see. Any incantations we can fulfill the season. Kiwi. Animal crackers. We're gonna get our dog. I'm so excited. We're gonna get our dog. All right, I'm gonna go buy some fate fabric and do a shadow extraction because there are things that I really want to buy that require shadow. So fate fabric 1, fate fabric 2. Give us the good stuff. We have not done Abyssal Reflection. What is this? Gain the ability to reattempt Chaos Trials at the Pitch Black Stone for rewards of bone. Creation is a process as well as a result. Completion is an opportunity to start anew. I will humor the thought on that, but... wasn't there something I wanted? Right, I wanted to make Shadow. This requires Ashen's Psyche, so I don't have to worry about competition here. Okay, we'll go ahead and buy this.
I ask of you, spirits of earth and night, to take away this pain that we may fight.
Musky prawns and Timbuktu.
So let it be.
Kick 'em in the dishpan. Woo, woo, woo.
How's it going?
All right.
Good evening,
So
Rosa.
I need more fate fabric then, because I just spent a bunch.
Fair trade.
5 feels like a good number that I don't need. I only needed 3. This is fine. Summoning of Personal Insights. Why did I need fate fabric again? Okay, I guess we're buying this first too. Summoning of Personal Insights. Persuade the record keeper to appear, from whom you may learn enlightening statistical details. The House of Hades kept meticulous track of things, and art still practiced here and there. The fact that I'm breaking out into a British accent means I must be hungry. It is 1:30 a.m., and we haven't had our cookies yet. Kiwi, should we make cookies?
Would have it. So shall I.
I would like a cookie pie.
It is done. Record keeper, pleased to have you here.
I don't know if I've engaged with this one before in my own playthrough either. What do you do, Mr. Nice hair, by the way. Looks like a
There
book.
was an administrative chamber in the underworld where shades kept careful track of each detail. A trade a few such souls has yet to pursue.
Kiwi, this would be you if you were in the underworld. You would be the record keeper. You would have immaculate spreadsheets for everyone to keep track on.
Surely such efforts were rewarded handsomely.
I mean, do you see his tie? Very handsome.
Best to keep track of each detail.
Okay, so here is our... I loved this data from Hades 1, so I'm glad we have it again. Not a surprise Knucklebones is most used. Evil Eye will be second most used for only so long. It's going to be forgotten in the dust very soon. Hammers, boosted ignition. I don't even... Can I read what these are? It doesn't look like I can. Oh, okay, cool. I can cycle through what these are. Fastest clear, fastest, highest fear, I guess. It would be helpful if I knew what this stood for, perhaps, but it's cool. Okay, most used boon. Let's see. Aimless Attitude, not a surprise, but Flutter Strike, actually. I'm kind of surprised that Aphrodite's attack has been my most used boon. Spiritual Affirmation, Double Strike, those are not surprising. Those are such good boons. And not a surprise that Witch's Staff is amongst my most cleared weapon. But Aspect of Moros is making its way along downtown, walking fast and playing the piano, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and do our shadow extraction. But I need more Fate Fabric.
You dare?
I did not expect to need so much Fate Fabric, but here we are. Fate Fabric, there we go. Alrighty. One shadow extraction for the sweet beloved Mel, please.
Power to create.
Power to...
All hail the Monster Slayer.
Delineate, I guess. Oh, I forgot to plant things. Oops. I'm really bad about remembering to plant things. We still need cattails. Mystery Seed, go. Wheat seeds, sure. I'll just plant the rest of wheat. I don't know what I need the wheat for, but I clearly need it if there's a forget-me-not on it.
How was the surface? Still warm and welcoming, I reckon. You're to be commended for even setting foot up there.
I mean, it was very warm. It was very warm from my feet, even.
It was dreadful. The city of Aphira is completely overrun, and there's a blind Cyclops making sure no one gets out.
Yeah, he had a run-in with this nobody and said somebody's gonna have to teach nobody a lesson, and I got really confused because I don't know who he's talking about anymore.
Well, that all sounds entirely unfortunate. That blind Cyclops must be Polyphemus. My crew and I once had a bad run-in with him. He's still going on about eating people.
Bad and cheap, yep.
He is.
He wants to eat us.
You made it.
Hey, you miss being up there, don't you? Among the mortals and all that?
You know, mortals have a word for deliberate cruelty or callous negligence. They call it evil. I could always catch wind of it. I'd go to the source. And whoever it was, I'd make them pay.
Yeah, she's definitely your favorite character, isn't she, Kiwi? That sounds exactly like the person you want to be sometimes.
But now you're stuck here, and the evil goes unchecked.
But the reality is Kiwi is the evil, the dastardly evil.
A lot of it, I'm sure.
Don't worry, there will come a day where we punch them in the face together, Mel, I'm sure. Oh, hello, friends. What did you die from?
Moonlight guide you, Shades.
Every single monster, they're all Typhon's children. Cause of death, Python. Ooh. I guess coding wasn't your thing. Sorry, bud. Try, what is it? Try JavaScript or something. That's what the kids are using these days, right?
We should eat Python again? My disciples and I all salute you on account of having made it up to the big mountain, young one. Back when we drew breath, we could only dream of those hallowed heights.
I appreciate the encouragement, Commander, but I've got a bit of a climb still. The legions of Kronos are there in droves, and the mountain's defenses can't tell us apart.
Surely you jest. The mechanical marvels wrought by the gods themselves turned their deadly appendages on you? When you went all that way to help them out?
Basically, yes.
Ah, that's too bad.
Oh, Skelly. Saying it like it is since 2020 something, or 2016? When did Hades 1 come out, actually? Wow, it's been a long time.
And welcome.
I mean, it came out when I was in grad school with Kiwi, so it must have been like early 2017, 2018, probably? I don't know. I wanted to say 2016 for some reason. Oh my goodness, Kiwi, we finally have a Scythe run. I have been waiting for this to show up and be like, hey, you want to run the aspect of death so I can ramble about a book about death? Well, We'll see if I actually manage to complete a full thought on that. But we are going to take the aspect of Thanatos on the next run. I guess in keeping with how we like to play things, we're going to take the Aphrodite Mirror, because the attack is objectively the best option on this build. But with all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you are sleeping, I hope you are sleeping well. I love you. I am ready for bed and cookies, and I will see you in the next one. Excuse you, Skelly, that's rude. That was rude. Anyway, love you, Kiwi. Rest well. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
How about another?
Another one! Another one!